Who is that on the radio?
Who is that on the radio?
Who is that on the radio?
You really want to know who's on the radio? Come on. Let's talk about it.
Jeffrey. Let's talk about it live with Jeffrey L. Miller. Watching is the best decision you'll ever make. Saturdays from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern. Call or text in live. 470-251-4647. Hashtag Let's Talk with Jeffrey. And come check us out on www.statusnetwork.net. Or download the Status Network app on your Apple or Google Play Store.
Let's give them something to talk about.
It's almost showtime, people. Let's tune in to see what Jeffrey has in store for us tonight. And here's your host, Jeffrey L. Miller.
What's going on, Facebook family? What's going on, Instagram family? What's going on, Manifest TV? It's time for Let's Talk About It Live with Jeffrey L. Miller. Every Saturday from 6 o'clock p.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. This is exactly how we do it. Now listen, we got a hot show today. I got three talented, intelligent, smart, witty, funny women with me today. They think they're going to bring that heat, but they have no idea. I got my lucky hat on. They're not ready. They're not ready. Let's welcome Angel to the show. Angel, welcome.
Hey, Angelina. Hey.
All right, good deal. Don't be shy now. Talk right to that mic. We got Miss Erica with us.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
Wonderful. Welcome. Annalika, welcome to the show.
Hey, everybody.
Look, I want y'all to know something. I like having intelligent women on the show because, first of all, I get to roast them right here on live TV. Oh, they wasn't ready for that. No,
you know what?
Here's the thing. I like the exchange and the dialogue between intelligent men and intelligent women. It makes a difference when we sit together and we start talking to each other, and we can, not get emotional, not get all heated and stuff like that. You did this and you did that, but we have good conversation. Love it. It's necessary, and that's what we're going to do today. Listen, got to clear my throat on this one. My granddaughter is talking, and she calls me Jan-Dad. She almost got the granddad down. Give her a few more months, it's going to be the granddad. But she did something this week that was real funny. She came up to me, she was talking to me, showing me her hair, her ear, her nose, her mouth, and all this stuff. And I'm sitting there watching this little girl blossom. And she grabbed my face and gave me some sugar.
Oh, that's so cute.
Ain't nothing like it. Nothing. I just had to get that plug in. I wasn't going nowhere with it. I just want to tell you, I want to share it with y'all. I want to tell y'all what happened. I want to tell y'all what happened. But look now. It's a beautiful day in the A. I have these intelligent women beside me on the right and to the left. It was about 90-something degrees. My mother loves me. My brothers and sister loves me. My granddaughter loves me. My children love me. But you know what time it is.
No.
It is time for you to close your mouth and listen. You ask me some questions. I give you some answers from a man's point of view. Now, I got one reason for the habitually single woman and one reason for the habitually single man as to why you might be single. But before we get to that, here is my disclaimer. Now, see, what I'm going to talk about might not apply to you. And if it doesn't apply to you, I don't want you to put your foot up in this shoe. You like that, didn't you?
That was hot.
But if it does apply to you, I want you to put both feet in both shoes and walk around in them because you're going to learn something tonight. Now, ladies, all of y'all go first. All right, ladies, some of y'all are habitually single because you are a good woman. A good woman. I mean, you got your own house. You got your own car. You are educated. You are a good woman. But that doesn't make you a good partner. I need you to understand me real quick right now. You can have all those things going for you, and that's good. You're supposed to. That's what adults do. That doesn't necessarily bring value to a relationship. Can you partner with me? Are you going to compete with me? Are we competing against the world, or are we fighting against each other? What are you bringing me? Are you bringing me peace or conflict? Now, outside of the material things,
Your
sorry
time
about
is
that
up.
Instagram. Sorry about that Instagram.
It was that question.
Now,
It was whatever that question coming up
Right,
in.
here we
I
go.
didn't like
My
that.
bad, but here we go. Outside of the material, outside of the house and the car and things like that, do you have something else that you're bringing to the table that's going to make this a good relationship? I really hope that you do, because if you keep falling back on that degree and you think that degree is good enough, guess what? It's not. Now, you can be educated. There are a lot of educated fools out there. You can be smart. You can be as determined as you want to be. But I need you to understand something. The modern man ain't looking to come home and compete. He's looking for a partner. And if you can't be a partner, well, your ass is probably going to end up being single. All right, so we're going to start with Angel or Angelina, whichever one you want to come to the mic with. We'll start with your opinion on that. What do you think?
For me, I know that sometimes we can create our list of what we want that person to be like. And you have to be open. Whatever you want that person to bring, you have to bring that also. So, for instance, if I'm just going to throw that out there, you want him to have good credit. What does yours look like? You want him to have a great six-figure job. Do you have six figures? You know, so you have to think about certain things that you want to happen in his life, and that you also, he may be looking for the same thing. So, you know, you might be passing a great guy by putting those lists. You know, it's okay to have, you know, you have a list, that's okay. Certain things that you definitely don't want to go past, you know, which is your no-goes. But if it's a list of 30 things, and it's like, well, do you have any one of those things? You might be headed for singlehood.
You're probably single now. All right, Miss Erica. What do you think? Okay, we're talking about why some women are single, because they are a good woman, and that necessarily doesn't make them a good woman in a relationship.
I am single because I choose to be single, and I am single because I have high standards. I didn't once have high standards. So I have yet to meet a man that fits what I want in a man. Like, everybody ain't for everybody. So until God sends me, and I've learned to be patient and wait on God. Amen.
You got the bell.
So that's why I can't speak for other women, but I'm single because I have high standards, and I expect a lot in my mate, and a lot of these jokers coming up short. And so, hey, I do require a lot, and if you can't give it to me, then you ain't for me. I'll chill and I'll wait.
Y'all saw that block? Y'all saw that block? She tried to ring the bell. Hell no. Only I ring the bell on this show. Y'all saw that block? That was strategic.
She gonna deep
Come
on
up
the
here and ring
bell.
this bell.
She gonna deep on this bell belong to me
I'm
today.
gonna hold this bell right here in my hand.
Deep on the
They
bell.
tried to be slick. They tried me. They tried me.
He almost got a black eye.
I love it.
I'm like,
I love
whoa.
it. I love it. All right, Alika, what do you think?
What you call it, habitually?
Habitually single.
Habitually
yes.
single. That's me. I'm just gonna be honest. Usually my relationships last for about 90 to 120 days. Am I lying, Angelina? Okay.
Look, she ain't no comment.
This is what I'll say, and I agree with both of you all. And I think one of the things is that I do have my standards, and I don't know if they're high or if you would call them high, but I will say that I think they are simple enough that I should be able to find someone to meet them. And if I can't find someone to meet them, then I don't waste my time. It's time to, move on. But I definitely believe in partnership. I definitely believe in, when you're with someone, it's not just coming home to someone and, you have to look at that person every day. So I definitely believe that there has to be a partnership. There has to be more than just being unhappy with someone and being with someone for the sake of being with someone. But yeah, I'm that habitually single person. That's me. I'm next to the dictionary, habitually single. Put my picture there, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because at the end of the day, I'm okay with if I never get married. Of course, I would love to. I'm okay with if I don't get married until I'm 65 because I'm only going to do it once, hopefully, and it's going to be with the right person. So.
Good deal. Good deal. Well said. Well said. All right, fellas. Don't think I'm letting y'all off the hook. Fellas, you are next. Now, fellas, some of you are single simply because you are a thief. Now, here's what I mean. You are an emotional robber. You will get with a woman and tell her in the beginning, rightfully so, that you are not looking for a relationship. But you give her relationship treatment. Now, I'm just not talking about the wood. I'm talking about you meet with her in the morning, you talk sweet to her, you do all these things to pull her in. And when you pull her in, she starts to react to what she's feeling emotionally, and you notice that. And you prey on it by doing this. Now, why you tripping? Well, I told you in the beginning, I wasn't looking for no relationship. No, that is emotional robbery. Now, if you just want a physical relationship with this woman, and she agrees, then that's just it. Don't start doing relationship things. Don't start doing dinner. Don't start calling just to see what you're doing or sending, I was just thinking about you text messages. Okay. Don't do anything like that, because it starts to get confused, and you cannot blame a woman for starting to wonder, oh, he's doing this. He's trying to get in this lane. And then you pull that card out. I told you in the beginning that I wasn't looking for no relationship. Nah, brother, that is robbery. So if you're going to do that, you need to be prepared to handle the emotions that you just awakened. Now, when you do that and she discovers, oh, he was just playing me, well, she's going to pull right on back, and she's going to leave your ass single. Miss Erica, what you think?
True.
Come on up to the microphone. Try to sit back and chill. She's trying to sit back and chill.
I'm just a chill person, you know. I'm just chill. But yeah, I agree with you on that. And if you pull back, like, I'm a woman that I pay attention to my man or my friend, and a lot of women don't pay attention to certain things that I pay attention to. So if I feel like a guy is playing me, or he trying to use dates and these sweet little text messages and things like that to try to bait me in, I might be like, hold on, what we trying to do? You trying to be my babe? You trying to be, you know, because men would try to, because they want more. They, you know how men are. You a man. You've been there before. Well, you know, you going to say, okay, y'all just start out the friend stage. You try to ease your way in, you know, with the, you know, and I have to say, no, we friends. I would put a man in the friend zone quick. We would be bro. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. All right, Malik, what do you think?
So I agree with you, but I also think that we as women have to make sure that when we are in these relationships, we're not acting like we got a husband. So, and I'm just being honest. I mean, you know, some of us move quick. I mean, we'll start, you know, washing clothes and cooking dinners every night. I'm just being honest. So I think, you know, it's on both parts. I'm just gonna keep it real. It's on both parts. I mean, sometimes we get in a relationship and we're 2-3 weeks in, and we introducing men to our children, and you know, and inviting them over, and there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to do. I'm not knocking anybody who does that, but I do think it's two parts to it. I think, you know, we have to make sure that, and we have to pay attention. We have to pay attention to the signs, and
Absolutely.
I think we turn a blind eye to it. Yeah, I think we turn a blind eye to it because we want to be in a relationship so bad that you just be like, okay, well, you know,
he might mean
or no,
something
the
he might be the one.
the golden one.
Let her finish. Go ahead.
Sorry.
The golden one.
He might
I
be
can
the golden
change
one.
him.
Oh,
I can change.
Oh,
I can change him.
Oh.
Can we have a bell too?
I'm
Hell
just
no.
saying.
Hell no, y'all can't have no bail.
No.
Here go the bail right here. All right, Angel, what do you think? Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, I am so on point with both of what they said. And you have to also, don't listen to, it's okay to listen to what people say, but if the actions don't match up to what they're saying, then you have to look at the actions.
Sure.
So even though he's saying, oh, I don't want it, he told you that he didn't want a relationship, number one. And even if he's showing you relationship things, you have to be mindful that he told me that he didn't want one.
Absolutely.
So if he catches, hey, I'm going to pull back, or crazy woman, it's on him.
That's true.
Because it's only one of the two. It's either going to be crazy or I'm going to pull back. Which one you want? So I would say just lead with what you really are wanting. And if you want to be just physical, don't be a vagina thief. Tell her. Vagina thief. I love it.
You know, she said vagina thief. Now, if there's one thing to steal, you know what, I ain't gonna go there. Here we go. All right, so the phone number is 470-251-4647. 470-251-4647. Give us a call to join the conversation. Here's some comments from Facebook. Olivia says they want sex. Let's call it what it is. Sometimes it is what they want, and sometimes the man doesn't feel competent enough in his skills to be able to just put it out there and be okay with what's put out there. He feels like he got to pull her in to keep her coming back.
Yep.
If you on game now, you ain't got to do that.
Exactly.
All right, so here we go. Dave
I
says.
just want that too.
Hello.
To be honest.
You're right.
Brother Dave says certain things have to be earned with men and women. All things should take place over time. Well said, Brother Dave. All right, so here we go. Look, Y'all might not know this about me, but I went to a HBCU, Morris Brown College up in this piece.
Okay.
Hey.
And I was in the marching band, marching Wolverines. Absolutely. Now, one thing that happens when you're in the HBCU is whenever you hear an HBCU band playing, you start, some start moving in you. So this is what happens right here. One young lady, you can tell she was on the dancing squad, the Golden Girls, the Purple Passion, Bubbling Brown Sugar, something. But she heard this band playing and watch this, and we'll come back and we talk about it. This is HBCU Excellence. Go ahead and roll clip.
I love it.
Look at here.
She did that.
Hey, I feel like getting up and marching around this piece. Don't test me. I got a whistle in my car.
Oh, wow.
And I got 3 women right here. That's 3-man front. Everybody from Morris Brown, they know what I'm talking about when I say it's supposed to be 4-man front, but we're going to do 3-man front because we only got 3 ladies. Never mind, anyway. Bottom line of it is she put that thing down, didn't she?
She did.
She did that. She did.
She put that thing down. You didn't go to HBCU?
My card.
You didn't go to HBCU?
My card came before my horse, so I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah, I had to go where I could.
But I
go.
did. I have something, but it went to the HBCU.
Yeah, I wish I would have had that, but hey.
Come on up to the mic. Come on up to the mic, because they can't hear you. They need to be able to hear you.
Oh yeah. Well, no, we was all just all.
You want to hear?
I want to be able to hear you.
Yeah, sing, girl.
You be talking all low. All right, so here we go. Olivia says, be a man and be up front. I agree with that. I do. If you put your intentions out there, you'll be surprised how many women, just like Miss Erica said, would be okay with it.
That's right.
The choice, though, you give them the choice. Now, when you give them the choice, be prepared to walk away from the no. If she says no, okay, next. No harm, no. Hey, we're not compatible. Next. She's gonna be like next too.
Right.
Just let it roll. You ain't gotta cuss at her. You ain't gotta be mean or nasty. Just keep it moving. All right. Let me do this. Angelina, Angel, what's been up with you? What you been doing?
Oh my gosh, working, trying to, complete promoting this book, hanging out with my son and being in a new relationship.
All right. We're going to get up in that business right here later on in the show. Coming up here in a new relationship. I don't remember signing off on that. Miss Erica, what you been up to?
Working. I'm raising my 2 boys.
All right.
Homeschooling them, trying to get them prepared for life. I just formed a nonprofit organization.
Good deal.
So I'm trying to get that, trying to get that up and going, and just trying to do better in life.
Good deal. That's a good way to be. Continuing to do better.
Just do better.
There you go. Alika, what's going on?
Same, working, just started a new position, so I travel about 40% of the time now, so just trying to get used to that. In the process of taking my real estate exam, so working on that, which is a lot more work than I realized it would be, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna see it through.
There you go.
And taking care of my baby girl. I have a 16-year-old, so just splitting my time between the 3 of those things right now.
Yeah.
Good deal. All right, I got a question for you. This is a relationship question.
Okay.
Right, suspension of disbelief here. Now, you've been in a relationship with your man, and y'all going good. And then he admits to cheating.
Oh, God.
Admits to cheating. What you gonna do? Let's start right here. Let's start with because over here, then we'll work our way over here because over here
I'm ready.
some simmering going on.
Look, I'm ready.
Okay. All right. So the first thing I want to say is I'm gonna leave. Like I don't want to deal with somebody who I can't trust and who's going to cheat on me and who went out and found another woman. That's what I would like to do.
Okay. That's what you like to do.
I'm
You
just
like
going to be 100.
Okay.
But I'm be honest. That's what I would like to do. Because at the end of the day, the trust has been compromised. And you either have to make the decision like, I'm going to forgive him.
Okay.
And move on. And I'm not going to keep bringing it up. We're not going to keep talking about it.
Do that, yeah.
Or I have to leave him alone. I honestly don't know. Because it's hard. That situation, I've done both. I've walked away. And in certain situations, I've stayed. So I think it depends on the situation. Like I said, I would like to leave. I would. But it does not always happen like that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Angel. What you gonna do?
I've been in my marriage. That was what happened.
Okay.
That was kind of, it wasn't the straw that broke the camel's back, but that was just kind of lead to it. And I would say that in that moment, I realized that I can't be with anyone who cheated. Because I mean, you might be in the bathroom too long. You talking to that lady?
All right.
And that's just my honesty. I just cannot stay in that. It's not good for me emotionally or mentally, and not good for the other person physically either. Because
Hey, Jack, put that parental advisory thing up in the corner, just in case they want to express themselves freely up in this piece.
Oh, we could cuss?
Once we put that little
okay.
disclaimer in the corner.
She said, "Oh, we can go."
Nobody told me that.
Now it's about to be off the chain. I understand, but I think
I'm
you
just
wanted
playing.
to.
No.
So
I didn't want to.
I don't want to hold back, what it is you want to do.
No, I didn't want to
Now
curse.
that's a little too big, Brother Jack, but we ain't gonna be cussing like that.
Right.
All right.
Like,
Miss
after
Erica.
police, we not
Cheating is a no deal, no go for me.
No deal, no go.
I am a very selfish woman. And what's mine is rightfully mine. And when you go out and share it with somebody else, that's deep.
Okay.
That's something that I can't go back on. And I always think when you're not with me, you're doing something that you ain't supposed to be doing.
Okay.
So I don't need to be thinking like that, And if I got to think like that and I can't trust you, then it's no relationship.
So I got this clip of this kangaroo apologizing. We're gonna play this in just a second, but I want to take it a little further. Let's say your man meets 99% of your needs. 99%. And that 1% is what he confessed to. Hey, I had an affair. You didn't find him. You didn't catch him. He confessed. He came home and said, hey, we need to sit down. We need to have this conversation. And he said it because he wants to make it right. You still gonna go? Ms. Erica, you saying no, you're not gonna go, or you are gonna go?
No, what I'm saying is that that ain't gonna work. How long you had this affair?
That was my thinking.
Okay,
You
wait a minute.
just
Okay,
not wanna
okay,
tell
okay,
me?
okay, wait a minute, wait. First of all, I want y'all to see these kangaroos. And I want you to see this male kangaroo trying to apologize for cheating to the female kangaroo. Then we're going to come back and talk about it. Go ahead and roll that clip for me, Brother Jack. Here we go.
Oh, look up.
Keep it going. It's going to play one more time. Y'all see this? Forgive me.
It's so
Please.
cute.
No. Hey. Calm down, baby. You seen it. How can I keep calm? Hey, look. Hey, sorry, babe. He's trying to apologize. Look at the look on her face.
I feel sorry for him, though.
Oh, okay. You feel sorry for him, but you just said you're going to leave me. Okay, so I don't understand.
I mean, that
I
was so
gotta know.
touching in a different way.
Yeah,
So-
because it's like an animal, like doing something that you wouldn't
And she
think.
said,
Yeah.
slap. She punched him.
But here we go now.
Like, no, don't take me.
Let's take it back to humans. Because we just talked about the animals, let's talk about the humans. You're a man who has been giving you 99% of your needs, physically, emotional, everything, has that one human thing that he brings to you.
Human.
Yeah, he's human. He makes mistakes. But he says, Angel, this is what had happened. I'm sorry, baby. Can you forgive me?
See, and I would question, why are you telling me, if she getting ready to blackmail you, why are you telling me right now?
I have questions.
I have a lot of questions.
Okay, rightfully so.
I have questions.
Rightfully so.
Like, okay, what's the reason behind you telling me? How long has it been going on? Was it one time
Emotionally
thing?
Right.
I mean, and what has happened in our relationship to make you go outside? That's my thing, because I'm not 100% perfect,
Sure.
and I don't want you to be either.
Sure.
So what has made you go outside of our relationship? Did I not meet a need somewhere? Because if you tell me I didn't, I'm like, okay, well, it's several needs that you might not have met either.
Fair enough.
So that's my thing. How long has it been going on? I think that is a big thing for me. Like how long was it? If it was one time, I might excuse that. But if you say, "Oh, it's been going on 15," you know what? 15 years.
15 years is different.
Right.
That's a whole different
An
category.
affair, though. So an affair is something ongoing, correct? That's not like a one-time fling.
Affair covers both of them. If you're married, an affair is one time or ongoing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's worse if it was 15 years, of course.
Right.
But one time is all it takes. You're married, so it's all an affair.
Yeah, you stepped outside of that boundary, and it's no, because how will he be able to accept it if I did it to him? Men can't take it. Oh, they cannot take. And you just had this conversation.
Some men can't take it for real.
Some men can't take. They can't take their own medicine, and it's like, what they if you was to come to a man and say, "Hey, I cheated," what you think that man gonna do? That man might cheat on you back or something like that, and that's kind of playing the role. That's childish.
Sure,
you know, to be going
understood.
back. I'm not gonna cheat back on you. I'm just gonna leave you, and I'm gonna hurt you worse like that.
Okay. Alika.
So I think to Angie's point, like how long has this been going on? Are you emotionally invested in this person? Because there's a difference between just being physically attracted to someone and actually laying in a bed with them and having deep conversations and you starting to have other feelings for this person.
Sure.
It depends on if it's more than once. If it's just one time, we might be able to work through that. But if it's more than one time, then I think I probably have a problem with that. But I also think, when you say he meets 99% of my needs, do I leave this relationship and go find somebody who only meets 50% of my needs?
Okay, fair
It's
enough.
like, do I work through this? You know what I mean?
enough.
Stick through with this person and work through this depending upon how extreme the affair was, or do I leave and start over with somebody else who may just have another affair?
Well said. Well said. Now, can we agree that there is a difference between the way celebrities do things and the way regular folk do things?
Yeah, they got money.
No, they got money. That makes a difference.
That is a motivating factor for a lot of people.
Well, check it out. Now, first of all, Shannon on Instagram says, sorry does not make it right. She says, bye. She's chunking up the deuces. Okay, I get it. Now, here's the thing. We're going to look at this video where T.I. and Tiny are discussing T.I.'s indiscretions. You know, T.I. would never say affair. He said indiscretions.
He does say that. Right, to make it better.
And then we're gonna look at the reaction that a regular man would get saying some of the things that T.I. said. So we're gonna play this video. We're gonna come back and we'll talk about it. Go ahead and roll clip. Here we go.
The point is that you were with a dude that you know I'm at odds with.
Excuse me, but you were with a girl that you met through me. Is
Were
it
you
any
at
better?
odds with her?
Is that any better? Yeah.
But
If I hire you to
you
do a
were-
job and you come here and you going to see my man, yes, I'm in odds with you.
But you smashed the girl I hired. I don't even know why we still talking to him.
Were you at odds with her?
Man, look, brothers, I want y'all to understand. Y'all can watch T.I. all y'all want to, and T.I. can be up there talking about, but the juxtapositioning of our bodies was congruent with the bed and all this other stuff. You try to pull that stuff with your woman if you want to. You know, to be hemmed up just like that brother did in that video. All right, so okay, back to reality here. All right, now, your man, he brought it to you though, and he's willing to do the work. He's coming to you humbly. He's answering all the questions that you have. It's only been one time. Let's go ahead and qualify it. Quantify it. It's only been one time. Okay. And he says, listen, this is what happened. He's completely transparent about it, and he starts to do the work. And he's being transparent. He's fully accountable. You know, phone unlocked, doing all the stuff that he's supposed to do to try to make it right. Okay. I'm just saying phone unlocked just to put it out there because, you know, he's trying to be transparent. You know, some folks, their phone's locked. It's just going to be on lock.
Turned over.
Still a no, Ms. Erica? Still a no?
Can't nobody slicker than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't play the player. I can tell you my phone is unlocked. Check my Facebook, Instagram. I don't delete it all that. Like, I'm going, before I come to you with all that, I'm going to make sure I got my stuff together.
She said ain't nobody slicker than me.
You going to see it, and it's going to look like this right now. But what about when I depart from you? What it's going to be? So I'm going to think that always. I'm going to be like, yeah, it's unlocked now. Ain't nothing going on right now. Okay, you say this going to happen one time before. Yeah. How I know that? I can't be on your 24/7. So it's still a no. It's like, okay, you stepped out, you crossed the line. That's my standards in a relationship. So like I said, everybody got their own standards. Some women might say, oh, well, he beat 99% because I'm going to give him another chance, girl. Well, he going to cheat on you again, girl. I'm just going to be straight up honest with you. And you ain't going to know it. He ain't going to tell you this time. He just told you he going to make it right. So now you sitting up there with your dumb behind thinking that your man ain't cheating because he told you he ain't going to do it no more. You going to believe him? Not me. Because now I think you a liar and a cheater. And boy, bye.
Y'all can't feel the heat through Facebook, but it got warm over here all of a sudden up in this piece.
We were so cool. We were like,
yeah, I'm like,
right,
damn.
like this.
For a minute, I felt like I had actually cheated on her. I could have done that for the first time.
Right, I said,
Right. I feel like I need to apologize. They ain't even done nothing.
I'm sorry.
Well, I tell you what.
But I understand.
I tell you what.
That's just me.
All right, now Shannon on Instagram says, sorry does not make it right. Why can't he come to you before he cheats? Okay, here's the thing. Okay, let's take the conversation a little further. Your man who's giving you 99% comes and says, Alika, listen, I've been feeling a certain way, and I want us to try something that you're not comfortable with in the bedroom, something that's outside of your box in the bedroom. And he's expressing that he wants to, push the envelope. What you gonna do, dog?
Let's do it.
Girl.
There's nothing wrong with trying. And at the end of the day, I mean, if I don't like it, I don't like it. Yeah. But if it's something that, is going to make him happy, and I hope that if I come to him and say the same thing, that he's going to be receptive as well. So
fair enough.
Let's try it.
Fair enough. Angel, what do you think? What you gonna do, dog?
No, because I'm selfish. I am extremely selfish, and I applaud him for coming to me. Let's go talk to a therapist and see what's going on between the two of us.
No, but we talking about doing something in the room. Wait, hold on.
Now, wait a minute. Now you can't take your answer back. I don't ring the bell. Ain't no one ringing the bell. Ain't no one ringing the bell. I don't ring it now.
You said he come to you and say he wants to try something different.
That's outside of your comfort zone.
Outside of my comfort zone, right?
Yes. You said you're gonna try it.
Okay, but.
It might be another person, too.
Okay, now that's it. If it's, now we talking. What you
I
don't give a taker. You can't be a give a taker now.
Retraction. If we talking about bringing another person into the bedroom, I'm not with it. I'm sorry.
So then the answer for you is a no.
The answer for me is a no. The answer for me is a yes.
It's a qualified
There is
yes.
a contingency clause.
Okay, qualified yes. I get it.
Just another physical.
Bringing someone else in I'm not going to invite another woman into my marriage.
Okay, fair enough. And Angel, for you, it's a hell no.
Oh, no. H to the is or no.
Okay. Ms. Erica?
H-E double hockey stick. You already know what my answer is.
I don't even know why I even asked.
Right.
She's still staying over.
Okay. So
respect it, though.
And I was dovetailing off what Shannon said. Why can't he come to you before he cheat? So in this example now, a good man buy 99%, whatever's good for you for 99%. Now he's come to you and he said, this is something that I'm wanting to do. All three of you said no.
I'm good.
All three of you said no. Now, with good reason. Now, I'm not saying that you should be open to your man's every whim, and if it's outside of your comfort zone, I get it. Okay, but you said no. Is there any way that you can turn that no into how can we make this better for both of us? That's the question I'm putting out there. Really, not necessarily for feedback, but just as a talking point, because what happens a lot of times from us men, we do come to women. We do come to the women that we're with, and we get hard no's, just like we just got in this instance. We don't get any compromise. We get happy wife, happy life. That's what we get. Instead of, happy, what's the saying today? Happy couple, happy something. But where everybody's happy spouse, happy house.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's my job to make sure you're happy, but it's also your job to make sure I'm happy. Happy spouse, happy house. I didn't hear any type of compromise. Can you ladies help me out?
I did. I said, okay.
You said, let's go see a therapist.
I said,
that
let's
means something
go.
wrong with me.
No. Not when you see, and that's the problem with us. We think that if we go to a therapist, there's something wrong with us. It's not. I've been to a relationship therapist. I've been to a counselor, even separately from our relationship, and it actually helped us to see where the other person was falling short in terms of our thinking. So that's why I said, let's go talk to someone. If it's your pastor, whatever it is, seek outside help get a different opinion to see, okay, why am I feeling this way? Why are you feeling this way? So it's not a definite, well, it's a no to bring another person to that bedroom. But let's talk about where we're falling short to make each other happy. Because believe me, if you've been with a person long enough, you may feel something that other person isn't bringing as well. You may not say it.
Sure.
I'm pretty vocal. I'm going to say it. But the other person may not be as vocal. So let's talk about this. Let's see where we can help each other out here.
Okay, good deal. Dave says, when the king of the ATL, when you're the king of the ATL, you can do that. T.I. runs that house, and Tiny knows it. I won't disagree because T.I.'s indiscretions, haven't been the most discreet. He's kind of been out there. Not once now, but a couple of times. And in a way that I would say, if it were a regular relationship, she would have left him a while ago. Yeah. In my opinion. Now, I'm not hating on nothing that they're doing. I'm just using it as a discussion point.
But I have a question.
Yes.
So when that happens, because you know how she called him out, but why is it that when we call y'all out on something, not y'all meaning you necessarily, it always got to get flipped back on us?
What do you mean flip back?
Like it'll be like, when she called him out, he was quick to tell her, well, you was dancing with Floyd Mayweather. I think it was Mayweather that he called her out. And she was like, I was just dancing with him. You've actually stepped outside of the marriage. Like, I'm be honest, that's a challenge. Like, when, it always becomes like a tug of war. Like, if I bring something to your attention, then I always get, well, this is what you're doing too, or this is what, and it ends up being a conversation about me and not about the situation that I brought into the first place.
Y'all want to know the real answer? What's the real answer? It's because it's a double standard. I got a video. This is a perfect segue into this video that shows how much of a double standard actually exists. And y'all know it's a double standard out there. Don't be acting like y'all don't know. There's some things that men can do that women can't do. Now, that don't make it right. That don't make it wrong. It's just one of those things that happens. And I'm speaking from the man's point of view. Some men out there. Some men they're not going to see it equally, and it's just because that's how they saw their uncles or their fathers or their boys or whatever. That's their paradigm. All right, so we're gonna play this video, then we're gonna come back and talk about this double standard. All right, go ahead, roll clip for me.
So,
what you think about?
My homie, he had him and his girl. They had the body count conversation, and he found out his girl was a hoe. So, what's your body count?
Oh, here we go with this.
You can tell me.
I mean, really, why do you need to know this?
Because I just want to know if my girl, she was out here hoeing or she like a retired hoe, you know?
What?
Baby, it's cool. Like, just tell me your number. It's cool. Just tell me.
Why does this even matter? You promise you won't judge?
Bitch, we ain't in court.
Excuse me?
My bad. Queen, we ain't in court.
5.
5? Damn, you been with 5 niggas, bruh? Damn, you was really with 5 niggas?
I mean, you said they were all niggas.
Damn, that pussy diversified, huh?
Really?
I'm just saying.
Well, since you want to be all in my business and everything, what's your body count?
Huh?
What?
What did I tell y'all? Did I not tell y'all that it was a double standard? Now, let's be real. Now, Alika, have you ever experienced that double standard?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
What happened?
Huh?
What happened? I heard her say, huh? I love it. But no, it happens. Ms. Erica, you've experienced that double standard?
No, I can't say that I have.
Okay, good deal. Angel.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
With the marriage, it was the cheating thing. I was like, what if the shoe was on the other foot? I couldn't handle it. Well, you know what? You can't handle these.
All right. Now, I want everybody to understand something now. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just saying it's just one of those things. It's like saying that if I do this, that guy, he would be hurt. There are a lot of men that will be absolutely crushed. If a woman came home and said, this is, you know what? If some men would be crushed if a man knew how many other guys tried to holler at her between leaving home and coming back home. Some men just ain't built for it. Right. That's not to say it's right or wrong. It's just a truism out there. Some women aren't built for it. My number one rule is, if you're insecure, don't date somebody popular. Because you're going to drive yourself crazy trying to fight the world.
Yep.
You thought she was pretty or you thought he was handsome. You think the
So
world don't see the same thing you saw? Come on now. You ain't got the only set of eyes in the world.
Exactly.
Better wake your ass up.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness.
I
All
started
right.
hitting the bell on that. You say that.
You know
Oh,
what?
this damn bell. You know, this
I
ain't
forgot
that,
I couldn't touch those.
This ain't that song
You gotta
from back
bring
in the
your
day
own
talking about
bell
ring my
next
bell.
Right.
You know, my
How they
bell. I'm the
ring
only
my
person
bell.
to ring a bell on this damn show.
You better bring your own chime.
All right, so I got a question for you, ladies. This is a question. This is a dating question. What's wrong with dating in Atlanta?
Half of these Negroes are punks. Undercovers. Fags. Half of them are. I'm just being real. That's what's wrong. And then it's not enough. Everybody want to be somebody. You know? It's not enough. Bring the real Negroes back.
Okay, when you qualify that for me, you say real Negroes. What's a real Negro?
A real man, like nobody that ain't all on social media trying to put on. I remember a time when social media wasn't as popular, we didn't have Facebook and Instagram and all that, but now everybody trying to do what everybody else doing. Like nobody's original anymore. You know, I bring original. Like I want an original man that does, you know, the original stuff that men used to do. You know.
Okay, well said, Angel.
I would say that here, especially in Atlanta, it's a little bit different than dating in other cities because you are, especially if you're African American, because you are around a lot of people that are successful. So it's easier for a male to run into a woman that is successful. And so he kind of has his cream of the crop. And I know some beautiful, successful women who, when they become around a guy, they just really become like sugar, just melting in water, because they really want that guy to like them. And also to, you know, piggyback on her with saying social media is reality show is big here. That is something different from where when I was younger, you know, we didn't have that. And so you had to meet people the regular way. Right. You didn't have a lot of the dating sites. And so it becomes a little bit more difficult dating here because you have, I would say that you feel like you are competing against a lot of things, but in all actuality, you're not, because what's for you is for you.
Fair enough.
So,
Alika.
Yeah.
Well, since I am habitually single, I do tend to go on. No, you would think I tend to go on quite a few dates, but I don't. Because to her point, guys don't do that anymore. I mean, I've heard guys say, well, I'm not spending all this money. You don't have to really spend a lot of money. You can go to Starbucks and have a cup of coffee. You can go to a park and, you know, it doesn't take much, but I just always hear, well, you know, I had this last girl and she wanted me to take her here and take her there. I'm not the last girl. So unfortunately, if you have that mentality with every woman that you try to date, you may miss somebody who's good. But guys don't do it anymore. They don't date. I have literally had guys tell me, you can come over, but we don't have to go out and, you know, go on a date. We do. We do.
Right.
I don't want to come over your house the first time or whatever the case may be. I don't want you to make me dinner. Maybe down the line that might be something that's nice, but if we're just meeting, no, we can go to Applebee's and sit at the bar. I mean, my God, they have 2 for $20. A Long Island is $2.25. I'm just being real. Like there's this like dollar sign attached to dating. That's what I have run into.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
I have another question when you're done.
Sure. A friend of mine recently went back to school, and she noted that when she first started school, she's in her 30s now, you would go to school in sweats and stuff like that because it's school. And she's at Georgia State. And she said, you know, now these young ladies come in their face beat, you know, they're looking like they're getting ready to get discovered. So from the pretense side, if women are noticing some of the things that we men may be noticing, there has to be more than a shred of truth to it. So from a guy side, the thing that I enjoy is doing the old school things with modern sensitivities because unfortunately too many men don't date like that anymore. So when I decide to date, you know, I'm already 10 steps ahead of the game because I know how to date a woman. and I know how to go from the date to being in a relationship to courting her. So there are just levels to it that I think have gotten watered down over time.
That's absolutely point. Yep.
And that's the part that we have to get back to, because it really gives us better relationships when we date with intention or date with purpose.
Yes.
At the same time, though, ladies, if a man tells you he doesn't want to be in a relationship, take him serious.
Yep.
Because either he means it or he's going to pull that card later on when you start getting emotional. So, well, not necessarily that you start getting emotional because you want to. That could be part of his scheme to kind of keep you close. So I don't want to make it seem like women are these emotional creatures. You are, but not just for no reason, is my point. Fair enough. Angelina, you had something.
So this is going to be a way off question.
Uh-oh.
I have had some amazing women as friends say, girl, I gave him my number. He sent me his penis.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
Sure do.
That'd be the first. I mean, it's like out the blue. It's like out the blue.
Out the blue.
I've never had it done, but I always
I have a couple times.
inquisitive to ask why.
Okay.
I just don't understand, like, and from what I understand, some of it is not to be proud of. So I just.
Wow.
Yep.
That's fair enough. So I can give you, because I've gotten that question before, I can tell you that sometimes when the man leads with that, it's because he feels that's his most powerful weapon, if you or biggest attribute. Or I'm being serious. He feels that that's what he's gonna win you over with. That would. So trying to help you see that perspective. Oftentimes, some women lead with sex.
Okay.
Because they begin to weaponize it. So a man sending you a picture of the D, not every woman, of course, but sometimes a man sending you the picture of the D, he's trying to weaponize it. It's like, hey, let me show you what I got. So once you get this, you're going to be sprung, you're going to do whatever I want you to do. It's being sent not necessarily just as an enticement, but as a weapon.
Okay.
Ms. Erica.
I mean, that doesn't make any sense, because when I met you, if I gave you my number, that means I kind of liked you a little bit before I seen your wood. So now you don't straight turn me off, because I ain't talking about wood. So why you throwing that out there? So now you letting me know this is all you want. You see what I'm saying?
Of course.
Like, so now you don't turn me off. So you dumb now, because now you blocked, deleted, and now you ain't gonna ever get a chance to get these, because that's a turn off. I didn't throw myself out there on you as in I wanted that from you, because if I did, we would have did it from the get-go.
Got it.
I gave you my number so we can get to know one another, not for you to send me no.
Ladies, I won't disagree with what you're saying. You're absolutely right. What I will tell you is that those same men, they wouldn't keep doing it if it didn't work.
Exactly.
I can guarantee you they probably get turned down or disgusted 50 to 60% of the time. But that 50 to 40% of the time is worth it. Because ultimately, they get the response that they wanted. It's like, here's the way to think about it. One of the reasons why Donald Trump won't stop tweeting, because he won an election by tweeting. He constantly tells everybody, no, this got me elected. The people like this. I'm going to keep on doing it. So the men sending unsolicited dick pictures, it's because it has worked more than once.
You're right.
And that's why it continues. Now, it didn't work with you, and honestly, I'm not saying it should have. I'm just saying it didn't work with you. I can guarantee you'll work with some women.
Dang.
Ding.
All right. So listen, I want to talk about, I introduced this wrong. I get these inboxes sometimes where people ask me for advice. I call it inbox drama. I actually got a follow-up on a situation that happened several months ago. Let me give you the backstory. Gentleman who's married, been married for quite some time, is the only source of income from the home. So his wife manages all the finances. At one point, he said to the wife, I want to go shopping for our daughters, and she gave him $50. This was Christmas shopping. $50 to spend for Christmas for his daughters. He did not like that. Now, he's the sole income provider. He's told me that she micromanages everything he spends. He gets an allowance of his own money. Now, don't get it twisted. She manages the hell out of the money. House is just about paid for. Cars are paid for. College funds, saving, all that stuff is set. He recently got a promotion, or actually got another job. He's already in 6 figures. He had like a 20-some% increase with his new job. He said to his wife, this new 25% that's added to the money that's already there, I want to take 15% of that money and put it in my own account where I can spend money how I want to. Now this is from the increase. This isn't from the base, this is from the increase. And she was like, no, you're not gonna do that. I'm in charge of the money. Why you want the money? And they had a really, really bad argument. That's the backstory. So when I talked about it the first time, my advice to him was to partner with his wife on the finances. Go through everything to make sure, first of all, that you know where the money is. And second of all, show her why the more money coming in is not going to be affected by this little bit of money you want for yourself. And have that conversation. They had it, and things kind of leveled out for a while. They ain't level no more. She feels that all the money should go into one account that she manages because it's been working. Why do we need to change? And she tried, according to him, she said she tried it for it's been about 6 months. And she doesn't understand why he has to have money that he can spend for himself. Ladies, I'd like for your feedback on this scenario. Is he wrong? Is she wrong? What's the problem? Let's start with you, Alika.
Oh.
You said last time you act like you were mad at me for going last with you.
Oh. She's like, no, I ain't mad. Why did he agree to do that in the first place? I mean, I don't understand why. When, what was the conversation like in the beginning? But anyway.
Old school philosophy. You know, the man is the breadwoman, the woman manages the household.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't, the woman manages the household, but that doesn't mean that the woman has complete control over all of the money and you give your man an allowance.
So you
sorry,
say
I feel like that's a bit extreme. He's not a child. This is an equal partnership. He's making the money. I get her managing the money, but for him to get an allowance, I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that at all. I'm sorry. I think we're both adults. And if he has an issue with managing money, meaning he's going out and spending crazy or something like that, that's different. I understand her hesitation. But if he doesn't have any issue with spending money, let the man keep his money.
Okay.
I mean, sorry, that's just me.
Got it. Miss Erica.
Okay. Now, she's been managing the money for years, right? And he specifically told her, the same money you've been managing for years is going to be the same money that's going into this account.
Sure.
So the extra can go into my account. Why does she have a problem with that? I don't see the big deal. Where he going to mess up? You see what I'm saying? So she can't feel like, oh, well, you're going to come in, now you're going to mess up all the money. No, because this little bit going to come to me. So let the man live. He work hard. Woman, sit down and let that man be a man and let him live a little bit. Let him buy, because he might want to just buy you something nice. You never know what his intentions are for wanting to get the extra money. Whatever the reason is, it's his money, and let him live.
Okay. Angel.
Well, I'm always going to be devil's advocate on this one. So I totally understand what both of you guys are saying, and I agree, but I'm trying to see it from the other side. In her mind, is something going on wrong there? Because if she's been managing all this time, in her mind, she's like, why do we have to change this? What are you doing? You know, I'm just going, in her mind, what could be going on? Like, why the difference? Why do you need another account? It's been working. Why are you needing more money? And even though he's telling her that, okay, can you let her manage the other account too? Not to take away from him putting the money in there, but it's got to be a compromise there. Like, can she see the transactions going in and out of that account? So in her mind, is something wrong there? Because someone that wants to be in control of that has a control issue.
Right.
And it's deeper than what he's saying. You know, that's with her.
There's something behind
So it's something behind that, and it's driving her crazy.
Clearly.
Well, I'll tell you what I shared with him. She has not worked in years since the children were born, and I think the oldest one is 13. So she hadn't worked in 13 years. her job has been managing the house, and she's done an excellent job at that. He admits that. He does not have a problem managing money. He's good with money, but he's deferred to his wife so that his wife felt like, didn't feel, you know, like she was a kept woman. She technically is a kept woman, but she also manages the finances. So if something were to happen to him, she would know where everything was. You know, back in the day when, well, maybe I'm a little older than you ladies are. When our parents were back then, you know, the men, if something happened to them, some of the women didn't know anything about the money because the man controlled everything. That's not this scenario. So I asked him, why did he ask her to let him open the account? Why didn't he just do it? And actually, Janelle on Facebook said the same thing. Women should have their own money. Men should have their own money. Now, I understand with this marriage, this is what you two came to the agreement on. If you're not taking away from that, you're actually adding to that. You're asking for a little cut of your own money to the side. There's a point where you just do it. And you basically say, hey, here's what's happening. Now, to Angelina's point, there still has to be a level of transparency because she, rightfully so, if it's been working and we're financially set, I don't get it. And he finally admitted that Christmas thing really, really, really bugged him when she gave him, you know, $50 to buy for his own daughters. You know, that really bugged him more than anything else. And at that point, he was like, I need my own money. Wait a minute. I already got my own money. I need some control over my own money. And when he got that increase, that was his opportunity. So I told him, first of all, if you are thinking about divorcing your wife, change your mind. Because if she hasn't been working in 10, 12, 13 years, and you got 2 children, and you are a high income earner,
6 figures,
brother, you about to get raked over the coals. I mean, she got you. There is nothing you can do. In this instance, you have to suck it up, and y'all got to get through this battle, do what you got to do, but do not divorce your wife. Do not do it. You need to have that conversation again when you guys go over the finances and you show how this doesn't impact anybody negatively. This is a step forward. There was a real good point that you just brought up. I believe it was you, Miss Erica. He might want to buy you something. How can he surprise you if he doesn't have his own money?
He only got $50.
That's it.
Right. Exactly. Okay. Like
That is an excellent argument. Excellent argument. But the point of it is, though, stay with your wife, but make this decision and keep your foot down. Don't let your foot up. This is one of those instances where you have to put your foot down. It is what it is. And this money over here is my money, and this is where it's going to be. And all this money over here, you continue to do what you're doing with it. I love you. We're going to work through this. Never make it seem like this is my way or the highway, end of the, no, that's not what I'm talking about. Don't make it a demand. Just say this is what it is. I'm not demanding anything. I'm bringing you into the fold so you know what's happening.
Right.
Okay, just like that. I believe y'all gonna work it out. Y'all been married too long. Y'all come through come too far to let this little issue derail you. Right. Don't close your account. Keep your account, and just just keep pushing forward. Keep loving on her. Keep don't start disappearing, especially.
Right.
Now that you got some money, don't start coming home late, because 2 and 2 equals 1,000 in this instance. Don't change up now, because that's the kiss of death.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you've been doing, but stand your ground.
Yeah.
Wow. That's all I got for you, brother. I'm gonna keep checking on you now, but I believe y'all gonna work this out.
We gonna pray for that situation.
Absolutely. All right, we got some comments. Claudette says, I bet she has an account he don't know about. If she old school, she does.
Okay.
That's why I say you need to go over the money with her. And I told him that before. Go look at all the money, see where all the money is, just to make sure now she doesn't have that extra account. Because if she does, it's a whole different conversation.
I know I have
one.
one.
Different. Look at you. Shawnee O'Neal had one too, didn't she? Did she have her little side account? When Shaquille,
She did. She was smart.
We gonna leave it right there. I ain't gonna challenge it. We gonna leave it right there. But all right, here we go. So I want to do something now. Listen, I found these things on Facebook. I call this Facebook foolishness. I go through the timeline and all this other stuff, and I'll come across these videos, and I find something that's really, really, really just funny. Now, Facebook foolishness is this guy who does these like little cheers or something like that. And it's just funny as hell. So we're going to play these little cheers, and the way that he moves is just hilarious. So this is what I call Facebook foolishness. This is D cheerleader Bribey D Perkins. Here we go. Roll clip.
Bounce and break your back. Bounce and break your back. Bounce and break your back. You bounce so hard, you break your back, girl. Bounce and break your back. Bounce and break your back. Bounce and break your back. You bounce so hard, you break your back, girl. Bounce and break your back. You bounce so hard, you break your back, girl. Bounce and break your back. You bounce so hard, you break your back. Your back. Your back. Break your back. Your back. Your back. Break your back.
I love you, you love me, we're a happy family.
So if that's what that was. That's what the cheerleaders do at the competition. So he was imitating some of the dance scenes that they were doing. Bottom line of it was, I don't know how he moved that damn fast.
Right.
You know, all the songs going that tempo was just, I can't do it. I can't move that fast, so, you know.
I don't even try.
And that was Facebook foolishness.
Yeah, it was definitely some foolishness right there.
All right, so let's go back to dating. Okay, so here's a question right now. Okay, now, I believe Alika.
Start over there with Alika.
I believe Alika brought. You're going to go last this time. I believe Alika brought this up. Sometimes women get ahead of themselves.
Yeah.
You can take a woman on a nice date, show her a nice time, be respectable and mannerable. By that third date, I got plans for you, brother. We married already in my mind. I just want to know, Lan, we'll start with you, Angel. Why do some women move so quickly?
Can we start with somebody else?
I can tell you.
Okay, let's start right here.
Sorry, I couldn't get
It's not that we move quickly. Well, I'm going to just speak for myself.
Okay.
If I like a guy and we are dating, I'm just a natural caregiver. Like, I'm going to cook for you. We don't have to go out.
Can you cook?
I can cook.
What'd you cook?
I cook anything.
Grits?
I can cook grits, shrimp, fried
Broccoli?
fish, cook some broccoli, salmon,
some
collard greens. What, he trying to be funny?
Messy boots. Messy boots.
What is this about? What are you doing?
Nothing. She makes broccoli. You know what that means?
That means? No, they say you make spaghetti and put the blood in it. That's how you get the man. I ain't heard nothing about the broccoli. What we talking about? I ain't heard nothing about the broccoli. What the broccoli do? No, I heard like if you cook for a man and then you're supposed to cook broccoli. I mean, you're supposed to cook
something going on with, I don't know if you heard the Cat
Wanda Smith and Cat Williams.
No, I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
This has got to be the only person in Atlanta that don't know how Cat Williams roasted Wanda Smith.
Yes,
no, because I know, because they about the broccoli. Oh, see, no, I ain't catch on.
Okay, all right, no worries.
So, yeah. So, like, if I'm doing these extra things for you, it's because I care for you. You know, it's not that I'm trying to make you my husband. It's because I'm a natural. That's what I do.
But after the third date?
You can cook. I'm gonna cook for you. Yeah, we don't got to go out. I don't like eating out anyway. I like my own cooking. Okay. So just because I cook you a good meal don't mean I'm saying marry me or we finna be husband and wife. Just eat the food and be happy and let's Netflix and chill.
Eat the food out of me.
Eat the food and let's just Netflix and chill and be glad you got a home cooked meal. Cause a lot of men don't get that, you know.
Fair enough.
So I'm just want to give my man. I want to feed him.
Notice what she said.
Let me cater
my
to
man.
you. Cause baby,
after the third date, my man.
No, I said if we are dating.
You just said. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
No, I said if we dating and then after the third date, like.
Yeah, but ain't your man after the third date?
No, that's like a figure of speech. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm dating, listen, if we make it to the third date, I must like you. I must really like you because who's dating to just be
dating?
You're dating somebody to eventually get in a relationship and to marry and all that. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I must have liked if you made to the 3 because I don't like people. Like, you a lucky man if I act like you. You know what I'm saying?
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
You kind of made my point, though.
Yes.
All right, Alika.
Oh, okay. So to her point, I think after a 3rd date, I don't think there's anything wrong with cooking a man a meal. You just cooking a man a meal. My thing is when you start introducing men to your children, and I'm very big on that because I have a kid, so I'm very cautious about who I bring around her, or just like there are some women who speed it up a little bit, and I think it's because some of them just want to be in a relationship and they want to be with somebody and they want to get married and they want to have that companionship, and they think that if they do all those things, it will speed up the process.
Okay. All right. Angel.
Okay, I'm ready now. I just had to get it out. The giggles out because I was, oh gosh, I was in tears over here. But just to speak on what both of them said, I have single friends and I have some desperate single friends. And I won't say it's all women that are looking to go to that I want to be married right away. I think desperation is desperation on both sides, male or female. And there are some people that are, they've been through been raked over the coals with the dating. So they're like, you know what, I want to move forward with not just dating forever, but to move forward with a relationship and eventually a marriage. So if that guy is quote unquote being nice to them in a different way that they normally experience, then that's where they're attached to, okay, I want to be married to this person. And it might just be that guy's just being nice. So that's the other thing you have to take into consideration. Oh, this may just be a nice guy, or he was taught manners. Instead of her having to take him out, maybe he's taking her out. So and like I said, I go back again. Dating in Atlanta is different. It's very different than other places.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, listen. I found these stories.
Ooh.
Man, these stories, they are hilarious. It's this guy, right? He keeps talking about, different things that happened to him. It's called On God. So we're going to watch these stories.
Okay.
And we're going to listen to the stories. And the thing about the stories is the way he retells what happens is so funny. It just trips me out.
He already looked
So we going to play On God, then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about these stories. It's like a ghetto soap opera.
I see.
So we're going to check this out. We're going to come back and talk about it. This is On God. Here we go. Roll clip.
Oh God, I remember this one time being posted in the cold behind this chick crib waiting for a green light to get smuggled into her basement. Once she gave me the cue, I instantly hit her back steps, slipped on some snow, bust my shit. She, yo, goof ass, come in. I'm on the ground on some life alert shit, you hear me? I get up looking dumb as hell. I step inside the slot. Now shorty had a little petite package with a premium pound cake, you fed me? She turned around like, hey boo. So I go take my jacket off and sit down on the couch. I missed you. Why you wasn't in school today? She, cause I ain't felt like it. Fuck. You funny as hell. She, nah, for real. I was practicing my routine for a while I can. Let me see that shit. You ain't wrong. She pressed play on that CD player, bro. Got the buy that back, buy that back, buy that back, buy that back. She dumping that little motherfucker. You fed me. I'm intrigued at this point, so I had to figure out how to accelerate the situation. So I look around. I see a piece of paper on the table. I grab it and ball it up. Play fighting was the best segue to sex I knew of at the time, so I threw it at her. She, why you do that? Instantly rushed me. Whole time, her pops walking up the driveway. He had just got fired from the J.O. I'm in the basement wrestling with shorty, trying to push up on her so she could feel this motherfucker, you hear me? He slid through the front door. She must have heard that shit. She instantly, wait a minute. I'm concerned at this point. I don't know what the fuck finna happen. She tiptoed to the steps. Come back like my daddy here. You gotta hide. I'm panicking, so I rush over to the couch. I put my coat on. Now, I don't know how close he is to coming down the steps, so I didn't know if I should run out the crib, so I just slid in the bathroom. Goofy as hell whole time. I'm in there looking around trying to find a place of refuge like I had a lot of options. She hurry up and scurry over to the couch and try to sit down like she ain't on shit. I went and laid down in the tub under the Will Smith and 7 Pounds act. Her pops come downstairs. She sitting there looking suspicious as hell. He stepped forward. What's all that noise I heard down here? She, nothing. I was just practicing for my dance routine. He standing there looking at her like he already knows she probably on some other shit, but he ain't had no proof. Tell me why this nigga turn around and pimp it to the same bathroom I just fleed into. I'm in that motherfucker scared as hell. I heard him close the door. I ain't know what the fuck was going on. Then I heard a motherfucking belt unbuckle. I'm like, he ain't never about to go brazy in this motherfucker while I'm laying in this tub. Next thing you know, all I heard was sound like that nigga was in there beatboxing. I'm talking about letting everything loose. You hear me? I'm in that motherfucker struggling for dear life to breathe. You feel me? I felt like he knew I was in there, so I tried to stand up against the back wall so he wouldn't see me through the front of the curtain. He must have started washing his hands. It sounded like he was close as hell to me. I'm in that motherfucker paranoid. Boy, at that point, I felt like I was in between a rock and a hard place. All I knew was I had to get up out that jam. Next thing you know, he snatched the curtains back. Look to the left, look to the right. Wasn't nobody in there, bro. Moral of the story, if her pops ain't part of the union at his job, don't fuck with her. Oh, you want to know how I got up out that jam? I channeled my inner Spidey senses. Fuck you to me. Oh, God.
What? Boy. That was some good stuff. That was suspense right there. What y'all think about that video?
That was funny.
I can't.
He channeled his inner Spidey sense.
Did y'all hear him go, da-da-da, da-da-da? Yeah, that was the Spider-Man theme from when we were little. Yeah. Y'all know nothing about that.
I can't. Oh, gosh.
Wow.
So let me ask you this question. Can you play Uno?
Yes, Uno Queen.
Uno Queen?
I am. Yes, I can play Uno.
Y'all know Uno is serious business up in my house, right?
It might be a fight at the end of the night.
See, but people try to make their own rules up and stuff.
No, you talk about the rules in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, do you do stacking?
No, I don't. You not finna take 3 threes and do, no.
Wait, why not?
We're not stacking because that ain't in the rules.
But no, see, you got house rules.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That ain't in my house rules.
You know what? Look at him. So stacking, if you put down a draw 2, I can put down a draw 2. You got to draw 4.
Right. Yeah.
That's stacking.
No, that's not stacking. That's how you play the game. I thought you mean like if you got like 3 threes and then it's a 3 down there. Some people take all the 3s they have.
You can do that.
No, you're going to put 1 down and then I'm going to change the color to something else. You can't be dropping them like that.
You can drop like that. Or if somebody put a 3 down, you can put a 3-2-1 down.
Oh, no. I never heard of it.
Y'all know how to play no damn Uno.
You know what?
You don't made them.
That's some
I can tell right now.
Uno. That's some
I can tell right now that if y'all ever came to my house and we played Uno, it would end up just like this. Y'all watch this clip. This is exactly how it would end if y'all ever came to my house and we played Uno. Go ahead and roll clip for me, Jack.
Draw 2. Draw another 2. Add another 2 on that. Add an extra 2. Draw a 4 piece. Draw 4-4. Draw 4-4-4. Draw another 4. The color blue, Uno. Uno out. It's beyond me. Yeah. Shit, man. What you doing? What is you doing? What you doing? What's wrong with her? What you doing? Hold on. What you doing? It's Uno. What you doing? I'm back. You know who the fuck I am. It's Uno. Uno out! I'm clueless! This beyond me! 4-4-4! Draw 4! Use a hoe! Come try this 4!
What the heck?
Ain't no way he had all that in his hand.
That's how it would be if y'all came to my house.
And won or lost? What you want?
That's how you're going to act once y'all lose. And I got y'all, draw 2. Draw 2 more.
I
Draw
just
4.
draw. Because
Draw
I'm
4
going
more.
to get you back on the next one. I'm gonna pull all them and let you uno on out. And we're going to play until I get you back.
Well, you know what?
A long night.
I'm a okay loser, but I do have an uncle that might tear up your house if you do that. Uncle Lawrence. He done flipped every table in your house.
Making notes, never to have Uncle Lawrence over.
Right.
So
Uncle
noted.
Lawrence can get crazy.
Okay, so let me ask you this question, ladies. All right. What's the one secret, and we'll start with you, Miss Erica. What's the one secret that you would want a man to know about dating? Something that would give him the inside track. What's the one thing you would want men to know?
What you mean, like you said a secret? What do you mean?
Advice or a tip or anything you want to share with men that would help them with
Be
dating.
honest. Honesty is key. Honesty is everything. Like, if you can't be honest with me and you can't be yourself, then it's just, I can't do you, because I'm a very open and honest person. And, you know, come to me as you are and let me decide if I want to be with a person like you, or, you know, with all the drama you got going on. Let me accept it. Go ahead and just be upfront and honest. Because when I find out about it, now you really just don't, you know, you don't really lost it now, you know. So let me decide if I want to still talk to you with all your stuff, what you got going on. So just be honest. Honest is big to me.
Honesty is the key.
Honesty is the key.
Okay, good deal. Angel.
I would say what you start in the beginning, continue to do that. Because there are certain things that I would say most women, if we see that you stop doing, we're gonna think that something else is going on. Okay. So that's my biggest thing. Just whatever you start, complete with that.
Okay, good deal. All right.
Know how to communicate. I mean, just know how to communicate with me. Not just, I mean, effectively. Be able to, you know, tell me when I'm doing something wrong. Let me be able to receive when I'm telling you you doing something wrong, or whatever the case may be. But just know how communication is key to me.
Okay. Yeah. All right, good enough. Good enough. All right, ladies, I'm going to give y'all some advice, some dating advice.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. See? Here's some dating advice, ladies. Did she just throw her hair?
I did.
You killing me. Ladies, I need y'all to understand something. You should have standards and you should have expectations. You don't have to compromise those. I need them to be realistic, though. Be realistic with your expectations. If I say, hey, let's go out, and I plan the date, I'm going to plan it around things I've discovered about you because we've had conversations.
Right.
So if I say to you, hey, I want to get to know you, let's just meet for coffee. That ain't a date. That's just conversation. If you say, wait till you know me more because I ain't meeting you for coffee, you got to take me to a restaurant. The answer is probably going to be like, I'm not going to take you to a restaurant because I want to know, first of all, what type of restaurant you want to go to so I can plan the date. You got to understand that there's a method to what some of us men do. You can have your own agenda set. You can keep it. If it doesn't fit ours, we're going to move on to the next one. It's what it is. All right, so I found another on God. I mean, these stories, what you doing? Be still. Watch the movie first.
Sorry about that.
It's just hilarious. The way this guy tells these stories. And like this one is absolutely hilarious. But you got to listen to everything he said. It's a black soap opera. Okay. It's a black soap opera. It's so funny, but you know, he make it seem so compelling. Like you holding on to every note, every word. Okay. So this is On God, episode 2.
Okay.
We're going to check this out. We'll come back and talk about it. Go ahead and roll clip. Here we go.
Oh God, I'll never forget this one time I ended up in a hospital. Motherfuckers had called me loafing at Harold's, beat me to sleep, put me in a whole coma. My girl had found out, hauled ass to the hospital. You hear me? She used to be crazy about me. The doctor had told it wasn't looking too good for me. I had a concussion and hemorrhage, and that was putting me in a life-threatening position. All she could do was stay by my bedside and hope for the best. I had already started walking toward the light at the end of the tunnel, bro. Tell me why I ran dead in the Jesus heap. My son, come hither. I step up, he, my son. Before I grant you access to the Holy Lands, there are some sins that I would like to discuss with you. I say less. So then he was like, I understand you are on earth. ping people's cell phone bills and utility bills with stolen credit card and debit card numbers. That is considered theft. Why did you do so? So I thought I was doing a greater good, helping people to keep in touch with their family and loved ones. On God, meanwhile, my girl down on earth, she get a phone call. So while I'm upstairs trying to fight for eternal life and salvation, I couldn't help but wonder why my girl was on the phone instead of crying by my bedside like she was supposed to, you feel me? She on the line like, I usually don't smoke, Reggie, but I don't mind. Oh, I'm tuned in now. So then she, Jose Cuervo? That's cool. Bro, I was in heaven, hell hot, you hear me? Then she, I'm allergic to latex. That's all I needed, bro. I instantly asked Jesus. Whole time, where the restroom? The bathroom's down past that cloud to the left. Bad. So I made my way back to earth. Jumped right back in my body, you hear me? Chief Keef, back from the dead. She wanna look all startled and shit. I pop up, look her dead in the eye like, oh God, that's how you feel? She choking, I say, so I'm laying here half dead and you out here trying to do dinos? She, I thought you was leaving me. I didn't want to be lonely. Blew the fuck out of me, bro. I snatched the fuck out of her phone. Then I said, if I come back out this coma and this phone out of my hand, it's gonna be a misunderstanding. And if I die, it better go in the casket with me. Fuck him up. I don't know what the fuck she thought it was. I laid back down. Fell right back into the coma, bro. Moral of the story, if you love your bae, when you die, they gotta die too. Ain't no till death do us part. On God.
Facts.
Oh my
All
goodness.
my business intact.
Look.
All you niggas do is cat.
I'm done.
I need y'all to understand. This, boy, I was
the best of
rolling when
that.
I saw these. I was just rolling. It's absolutely hilarious. What do you think about it, Alika?
Oh, okay.
Does your man have to die when you die?
Yeah. I mean, it's fair. It takes care of everything. Situations like this don't happen.
You ain't worry about it.
Yeah.
Everything nice and neat.
Case closed.
Come on in this
We
casket
can
with
be
me.
getting buried together. Everything. We're good.
All right, good deal.
We have one funeral, cut costs.
You know what? Cut costs.
Yeah.
I love it.
There's just too many
I
benefits
love it.
to it.
I love it.
Hey.
All right, Miss Erica. Your man got to die with you. When you die, he got to die.
No, I want him to live.
You want him to live?
Yeah.
That's
I'm
so
not
sweet.
I'm not gonna be selfish. I mean, I'm gone. I'm in heaven. I'm having a hallelujah good time.
All right, good deal. Wonderful.
He
Hey.
got to go. Cut him up, girl. Cut him up. He gonna go and one. I'm gonna love him to death.
Two
Do
for
us
one.
part.
Two for
Look,
one.
if
Two
we
for
married to death, look, be parting together.
Y'all are so mean.
Boy, I tell you what.
I love you.
Oh, love to death.
Coming with me.
Good deal. Good deal. Listen, every now and then, I'll find something that's real inspiring or motivating. I like to share it with people that watch the show. It's a segment we call Well Said. There's a speaker named Eric Thomas. If you know anything about his story, basically he was homeless, eating out of garbage cans and, basically built himself up. And he's one of the most recognizable speakers in the world. Up there with the Les Browns, the Tony Robbins. The thing about him, though, when he speaks, it's not that he's yelling. He's just so passionate about it. It seems like he's yelling. He's just delivering it in a way that the passion is coming through his voice. This one's a little different. This is one that's, you see raw emotions in this one, and this was really powerful. And I want to play this clip by Eric Thomas. This is Well Said. Go ahead and roll clip for me.
Don't you do me like that. I'll do whatever you want me to do, but don't you make me go confront my mother. She went through hell, God, and you know that. So whatever she's dealing with, you talk to her about it. Don't send me. He said, you need to go talk to your mother. Because that love, that 20% you want to give your wife, you will never be able to give that to her because you don't trust your mother. And if you don't trust your mother, you will never trust another woman. You need to go fix it with your mother, son. That was the hardest conversation I've ever had in my life. I said to my mom, why'd you lie to me? And when I went in the mainframe and I fixed that, I was able to give Didi 120% of my love. Some of you, for real, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You got stuff you ain't fixing, you playing. You trying to move forward when you ain't fixed the mainframe. And until you fix the mainframe, ain't nothing else gonna work.
Notice how brief that was, but it got right to the point. Talks about fixing the mainframe. Now, in relationships, no relationship's gonna make you whole if you're not whole going into the relationship. There's no amount of love a man or woman can give you that will build you up enough to feel that hole, because the hole is bottomless. It's bottomless. Nothing can fill it but you. So I encourage anybody out there, if you have past relationships that you're still carrying, whether it be your mother or your father, your ex-husband or your ex-wife or your boyfriend or that person from high school or middle school, you got to tackle it. And when I say tackle it like you tackle your education or your career or anything that you actually want. Tackle it like you're saving money for them Jordan, you know, or for that purse, or those things that will give you that the exterior or that outside validation, but does nothing for your inside or for your soul. So I need you to take a moment and just acknowledge that you're human, forgive yourself for carrying the pain, and attack it. When you do that, all your relationships will improve. All right? That's well said.
That's well said.
All right, good deal, good deal. Now, y'all know we ain't through with relationships. Don't get distracted because we've got a little motivational or inspirational up on the piece. Okay, I got a question for you, ladies. Okay, ladies. Do you believe that biologically,
Okay.
I'm looking at all y'all, getting y'all ready. Here it come now.
All right, let's see.
Do you believe that monogamy is natural?
Oh.
Miss Erica?
They looking at me. Why y'all looking at me?
I'm happy he chose you first.
I love it. No comment.
Hold
No,
on.
it mean no comment.
What's going on over here?
Right, because they looked up at me.
Is monogamy natural?
Ooh.
I mean, yeah and no.
Well, okay, yeah and no. Why you say yeah? She get real
Next
quiet.
question.
She get real quiet.
Look, they thinking, look, go to her next, so I can come in with my answer.
I gotta
Go to you. Go to you. Yeah, go.
So you
go
said
ahead.
you said yeah.
Yeah.
It is natural.
Yeah.
Okay.
Culturally, yes.
Culturally.
And in the United States, it is.
Yeah.
I would say that if you looked at other cultures, no. But my thing is, if you want several wives, you have several wives' money. That's my thing. You have to. I mean, if that's what you're leading with, can you support all of this and all the children that may come with it? Because I don't want. I mean, I'm not gonna do it. But if I was a sister wife or whatever, I'm already gonna come up short in some areas.
Okay.
But if you say, well, now the lights out, you know what? I'm gonna punch you in your eye. Your lights out too. Because
Amen.
boom, boom, lights out. I've been putting up with this for how many years? And you mean to say you can't pay a light bill? I mean, come on, you got 7 wives, we got 7 jobs. Come on.
No, that's right. Better hold on.
All right. Alika.
I think yes.
Yes, it is natural.
Yes, it is natural.
Monogamy is natural.
Yes.
Okay.
But I will say, I read an article that was really interesting. It was a couple of months ago, and it talked about men, and it said that men are not built to be monogamous. That when you hear men have been married, for example, for 70 years or something like that, they have not been with that one woman for 70 years because they are not meant to be with one woman. Now, this was an article.
True.
Okay. I'm just saying it was an article, but it did stick with me because I was like, I mean, you do hear a lot of people who've been married for a long time, and a lot of those wives will tell you they had to go through a lot, and they had it, so I don't know. I do think it's natural, but I don't know if men are really meant to be with just one person.
They can't do it.
Not for especially those who got married when they were 19. And you know what I mean?
And
like
I got married really, really young.
So
I'm hearing that men can't do it.
I know some women.
I know.
That
I was
can't
about
either.
to say. I know a whole bunch of women.
They're like, girl,
that can't do it either.
There are.
You know, it's here's the thing
but
about
they
it.
can do it.
They can.
Women are stronger. We can resist temptation. Men normally can't. That's the thing.
Women can resist temptation.
Well, we can resist it better than men. I'm gonna just say it like that. You know what I'm saying? We're stronger in certain areas, if you know what I mean. Because men mainly think with that head down there. So, you know, it is what it is. I expect that.
Let's talk about it. So here's the thing that I'll say about women. Not all women, some women. There's a point where it becomes almost impossible to satisfy many women. They'll constantly be looking for the next thing because they're so used to having so many options. Women have more options in this society now than ever before. Educational options, grant money, all these programs to start businesses. Most of those things are geared towards minority and female. That's why when you go into some corporations, a minority who happens to be a female is a double minority and more attractive than a male who's a minority, because that's just one minority there. So what you're discovering right now is that women, our generation of women, have grown up with so many options that it becomes the illusion of limitless options. So in a relationship now, in our context now, women believe that, oh, there's always a better man than you. I'll get another man and he's gonna be better than you. And what you discover is that 85% that I was giving you meant everything that you needed. And that 15% that you focused on, well, now it's been multiplied because you got a guy that's only giving you 45% of what you need. And you lost all that good loving over here because you thought you had limitless options. So when you say women can resist temptation better than men, I won't disagree with that. I'll say that it's a different attraction because many women just feel like I can always do better than you. You were lucky to get me. This is the woman's philosophy. You were lucky to get me, and the next man will be lucky too.
Basically.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So to answer my own question, I believe that monogamy is cultural. Now, in most countries where where the men have multiple wives, it is an expectation that every wife will be treated equally, and that it is a badge of honor if you can support more than one wife. And it becomes a little community in the household. I saw a video not long ago of a young lady saying, hey, maybe this is something we should look into, because right now we're marrying for love instead of marrying for community, instead of marrying to build. And when kings and queens got married before, it wasn't necessarily because of love, it was to expand the kingdom. Big houses were brought together, kingdoms were brought together to expand the kingdom and providing protection for everybody that was there. Now, I'm not saying, brothers, go out and get your 4-5. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that if you are going to get 4-5, you should be able to provide for all of the 4-5, not just one, and then the other 3 have to, suffer. If you're going to do it, do it. Hey. All right, there we go. All right, we're getting close to the end of the show, but we ain't there yet. Ladies, y'all know something? Let me ask you this question. Alika, do you drink?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Ms. Erica, do you drink?
Occasionally.
Occasionally? Okay.
Yes.
Of course, before you even get it out.
I didn't even get it out.
Yes, I do.
Ladies,
Jesus juice. Yes.
Right.
Ladies, y'all be stressing us when y'all drink. Y'all be stressing us.
What do we do?
Y'all.
Who you been drinking with?
You been drinking before this doggone show? No.
Look at here. I found this clip that describes women perfectly when y'all be drinking. And this is what I mean. Y'all go through, first of all, women, y'all operate in layers on everything y'all do.
Yeah.
If you're going to tell a lie, it's going to be a lie in layers. You're going to bring your girlfriends in, so if I come in, I'm trying to figure it out, your girlfriend's got your back, and they cover every layer.
Absolutely. True. We think it through.
That's what we do.
Okay, good deal. When y'all get drunk in layers.
Okay, let's see.
So let's see these stages of a drunk girlfriend. This is hilarious. Here we go. Roll clip.
She ready.
We be all night.
No.
Love. Ooh, like a hole, like it's a
Please to go. Please to go.
Oh, baby, not right here, right here.
Ah, God damn it, baby, what the?
Don't say never when I'm sucking your dick.
Oh my God, all right.
Damn, bitch, you got a problem?
Baby,
You got a problem? No. Do we not look like a couple to you?
Baby, she caca.
So, she can cock her eyes that way. That way.
Yeah, that way.
Hold my drink. Hold my drink. Matter of fact, get my drink. Get my drink.
Hey, babe, come on. The baddest in here. Look, you look better than everybody in here.
I know. Hold me.
Baby, I'm holding you.
God, you don't show no affection to me when I'm out. I'm not good enough for you. I'm not taking care of you. I'm not pleasing you. Ow.
Oh. This is how y'all be stressing us.
Oh,
you know,
I don't
it
do
could have been nice if you had maybe one or two, but you had to go and get just blowed with it.
Ooh.
This is what y'all do. Y'all take us through the emotions. Because y'all get drunk in layers. Now, y'all notice somebody on this panel looking convicted today. A little convicted. In the name of drunk Jesus.
One of the five was me. One of the five was me. I can tell you which one.
You gonna tell me which one? All I know is, ladies, y'all get drunk in layers. Y'all do everything in layers. All right, we got some comments from Facebook. Pam says, are you at the movies or what with the popcorn? Man, look, that ghetto soap opera was off the chain. All right, Janelle says, yes, stacking in Uno is essential. Don't act like y'all don't know. It's essential. Claudette says, dating tip, pay attention to the small details. I do not disagree with that, fellas. If you don't notice the small things, you think the big things are enough, just notice when you do little bitty things that she likes, or you pay attention to something that she said and you bring it back around later, you let her know that you were listening. It's a waterfall. Yes. All right. Yes. Amayu, what's going on? Amayu, yes, it was a ghetto soap opera, and you know you like it. You're going to be finding, looking for it on YouTube. Don't like you don't know. All right, Claudette also comes back and says, biologically, I don't believe men are naturally designed to be monogamous. It's a choice. I don't disagree. Here's the thing about the choice. If you're going to be monogamous, be monogamous. Now, if you decide that you can't be monogamous no more, try to have that conversation, because nowadays, she might be okay with y'all not being monogamous.
Exactly. That's why I
Notice I said y'all, not just, her sitting there and, and even nowadays, you would find a woman that's okay with you not being monogamous, but she's still going to be monogamous. Virtually, everything you want is out there. You just have to be honest about it. That's just the reality of it. And I think naturally, for our species, we're not designed to be monogamous. Think about how many children we can produce in a year versus how many children a woman can produce in a year. I mean, you can just look at the way we're built. We deposit things.
What's going on?
We drop things off. Women nurture things. You multiply things. But we can stick and move.
You know what? Give me that bell.
Woo!
No more ringing no bells tonight.
I told y'all it was going to be off the chain today. I told you it was going to be off the chain today. All right. We get to the end of the show. Now, one thing that I love to do, I like to go around and find these different clips. It's one of my favorite clips. This is Sit Your Ass Down. In this country, all of a sudden, immigration has always been a big deal. It's been so intense in the last year that it's taking money away from other programs. Money for programs that help fight and prevent cancer and HIV. Money for programs that help the youth. They're taking all this money away from those programs to fund this aggressive immigration policy that the country has. At the same time, we have people talking about people who come to the country legally, using social programs. We're going to play this clip. We'll come back and talk about it. This is from behind the scenes from The Daily Show, Trevor Noah. Here we go, roll clip.
Here's what I find interesting about the conversation in and around who's a burden, right? People will say, oh, this person took a tax incentive. Isn't that what Republicans always preach? That's exactly what they say. They say like, hey, we don't want to make this a money issue for you, so we're going to give you tax cuts. You can take your tax cuts and your tax incentive, and now it's like, wait, so if the people did get a tax incentive, now those people won't be able to renew their status in the United States? People who, by the way, may have started families, businesses, everything. Like you may not be able to stay because they're just like, yeah, you did the thing that we said you could do. Yeah. And it's always interesting how they bring up like the food stamps and all that. They'll be like, these people, you don't want immigrants who are here who are a burden on the system. And I get, look, I don't agree, but I get the argument when they go like undocumented immigrants. But when it's a person who's here legally and they may have used any type of system that's part of the country, it makes sense. All right? And then you look at someone like Betsy DeVos, who, I don't know if you saw the news today, it was reported Betsy DeVos's family has one of their yachts, where they've saved in the region of $2.5 million in taxes on. They were supposed to pay the $2.5 million in taxes, but the way they've avoided that is by claiming that the boat is not an American boat, and they fly the boat with a Cayman flag. So they said the boat is from the Cayman Islands, it's a Cayman Islands boat. Even though they own it as Americans, they're like, yeah, it's not an American boat. It's like, I mean, it's going to be parked in America most of the time, and we're going to get on the boat, and we're going to get off the boat, but it's a Cayman boat. It's like Cayman's Caribbean, it's not American. And I'm like, yeah, this is the same Betsy DeVos who's like, America, in this country, we're proud, and America, America. And then she gets on her boat, she's like, as an American, I think that we're going to go to the Cayman Islands. And I've been thinking about all the tax implications. So you tell me who's mooching more on the system, someone who's not paying the tax they should be paying, finding ways to not pay $2.4 million, or someone who's using Obamacare or a tax incentive because they earn $50,000 a year? I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. Let's do this.
Man, listen. One thing that really kills me about some of my conservative friends, and you know, we're friends still, but what kills me is how you will demonize someone who has less, or someone who is striving to do something, even when they're striving to do it legally, you cast aspersions on them. Here's the funny part. That ain't Christian. You swear up and down that you are just as morally righteous, you know, that you are upstanding, you're looking out for this great Christian country. That ain't a Christian value. You can tell a lot about people by how they treat people who have less.
That's right. Yeah.
A lot of the people that have immigrated to this country legally were your grandparents, were your great-grandparents. And they came here and they got help. They didn't just start and then, okay, they're good. They had to depend on social programs too. Now, in some instances, there were no social programs, and they made a way out of no way. They had to be commended for that. If there is a social program, though, it's okay to use it. That's what it's designed for. Right. That doesn't make them any worse. They're not a drain on the system. No, a drain on the system is people not paying their fair share of taxes, just as was illuminated by Trevor Noah and Betsy DeVos, who basically funded Republican candidates to be able to have influence over the education system. And she got it. And right now she's undoing all types of things that were designed to help people. So I need you to understand something. You keep on criticizing people that are just trying to make it by and giving your tacit approval of people who are wrecking a system that you grew up in. And you think you're making a better future for your children and your grandchildren. It's not going to happen. So to Betsy DeVos, I need you to understand that people say the darndest things. Every now and then people develop diarrhea of the mouth. But just like our grandparents and our great-grandparents used to say back in the day, you need to sit your ass down with that foolishness. They weren't scared to say it back then. Sit your ass down.
They're looking just like this.
Just, yes, you notice that I've said that a couple times in my own children. Absolutely.
Oh, I'll tell
I didn't have to practice that. It comes naturally.
I know.
Sit your ass down.
Right.
With that foolishness. This has been a great show. I've had a lot of fun.
Yes, enjoy. Thank you for having me.
All right, so here's what we'll do. We'll go around. We'll start with you, Miss Angel. if you want people,
you can start with me.
We can start with you.
You can start with me. I ain't
Fine.
scared. I ain't scared.
Never scared.
Ain't never
Alika.
scared. I was scared at first in the beginning, but I ain't scared.
So if you want people to be able to follow you or reach you on social media, you have this opportunity to share your information.
Oh shoot. Okay.
You don't have to, but if you want to.
No, I'm good. On Instagram, it's Alexis, ALEXIS 35718. And on Facebook, it's just Alika Nathan. That's it. Nothing special.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. This was fun.
My pleasure. My pleasure. All right, Ms. Erica.
I have a hair company on, not Facebook. Yes, Facebook. Hairholics.com. If y'all like this
Spell that
beautiful
for him.
hair.
Spell it for him.
HAIRAHOLICS. One word. Hairholics Virgin Hair. And my website is Shop Hairholics.
Good deal. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Angel.
On Facebook, I am just simply Angelina Torrence, ANGELINA. Torrence, T like Tom, ORREN like Nancy, CE. And on Instagram, I promote more of my book, which is Loving Me in the Mist. And also, I recently became ordained, believe it or not.
Congratulations.
So I can look. I can do your wedding, but I don't want to do your funeral.
Amen. Amen.
But I am on Instagram under Angelina Image. That's ANGELINA Image IMAGE.
Good deal. Good deal.
I love this. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming out. Listen, Status Network is having an empowerment concert. We are looking for entertainers. Now listen, our community is diverse and talented. I know we got more than just rappers out there. So if we got some singers out there, if we have some people that do spoken word, we're looking for you. So here we are, the outdoor event for Status Network. This is our official launch party. It's September 30th. That is next Sunday. We have vendor space available. There will be multiple TV and radio stations there. We have giveaways, free food. It's from 3 p.m. until 7 p.m. Free entry. Now, if you see me, it costs $20.
Oh, Lord.
The free entry is a $20 service fee, paid directly to me. All right, so there'll be live performances. We have a bounce house out there. The address is going to be 777 Cleveland Avenue. That's Atlanta, Georgia. This is the Status Network Studios, and you can call us for vending information, or if you would like to be a sponsor or a performer, 770-299-3899, 770-299-3899. Now listen, like I said, I know we got some talented people out there, so you don't have to be a rapper. You can be a singer. You can be someone that has some real good dance skills, like the young lady we saw in the beginning who went to an HBCU. Boom. All right. Now listen, first of all, I need you to understand that Status Network is the future of broadcasting. I am on Manifest TV. I do this every Saturday from 6 o'clock p.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. Our phone number is 470-251-4647. You can find us all over social media. Instagram, manifesttv.status. Or Instagram again, status_network. Facebook is Status Network LLC. Periscope, Status_network. Twitter, Status_network. And the email is manifesttv@statusnetwork.net. I am Talk with Jeffrey. That's JEFFERY. All over social media, or you can use Nigel's Pop for Twitter. You cannot find me on Snapchat. I'm still not snapping. I'm still not chatting. I just don't get the point of it.
Yeah, I can't.
Why y'all doing that? Y'all doing too much. Y'all doing too much.
I don't got that either.
Doing too much. Just use that hashtag Talk with Jeffrey. I'll come up everywhere. This has been a whole lot of fun, ladies. Thank you so much for coming out. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
I want y'all to understand something.
What you gotta say?
I am out. So now, you know.
Now that you know about Jeffrey, and let's talk about it live, come be a part of our family.
You know we had to give y'all homework, right?
Keep up with the show. Follow us on all of our social media platforms.
That's Facebook and Instagram.
Would you like to listen to the show on the go? Make sure you download the Status Network app on your Google or Apple Play Store.
Want to talk to Jeffrey?
Dial 470-251-4647. We thank you for listening. And make sure you're back here every Saturday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Let's Talk About It Live with Jeffrey L. Miller
Status Network.